Hello y'all. Welcome to part 3 of my Costa Rica German Monarchy path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux. In part 2, through some corporate shenanigans, one of the sons of Kaiser Wilhelm II of the German Empire was made in charge of Costa Rica. And for reference, here is the German Empire, and here is Costa Rica. Now, what we must do is do some focuses in the tree here we have. Let's choose to secure the Panama Canal. And ultimately, our main objective is to unite all of Central America and maybe even go into South America later on, at least Colombia and Venezuela. And my plan is, my idea is for our foreign policy can be summed up in one sentence. Depend on Germany for everything. We are part of their faction. We are technically a German puppet, and they will provide us with troops and resources, and they will also give us access to the many countries of the Reichspakt. So let me read this description here for the focus: secure the Panama Canal. It says, the Panama Canal is the single most important bit of land within the New World. To control it means control over the quickest way past the Americas. If we truly wish to secure our place within this subcontinent, control over the canal is vital. To this end, the attaché has presented us with several plans to seize control of that tiny waterway. And so, at this time, the Panama Canal belongs to the Americans, but they're having political troubles, essentially, as can sort of be seen by their national spirits. And yeah, political crisis, Black Monday, all sorts of stuff there. And we're just going to have to wait. Oh, we have an event here, the Coffee Rush. With the new possibilities for profit and opportunities for a better life now expanding and revealing themselves as the CKG further develops Costa Rica and their other holdings, a mad dash of German colonialization has begun to spring forth. Like the California gold rush that the Americans rode to dominate their west coast, the German people have become obsessed with coffee, driving both sales and immigration up as more seek to tap into the CKG's new bounty. We shall utilize and act on this natural boom in imperialist spirit. We shall massively encourage any and all citizens of the Kaiserreich to come live in this verdant land of opportunity. With their blood, we shall further Germanize all of Central America, and on their backs the CKG shall only see more profit. Our borders are open to all true Germans seeking profit and adventure, and from that we get 2,000 manpower, and that will help us out quite a bit since we're struggling with manpower. I mean, our conscription law is volunteer only, so that probably doesn't help. Also, the population of Costa Rica, it's just not that many people. It's not many people compared to like Guatemala and say, I don't know, our neighbors to the north a little bit. I don't know. I mean, actually, at least Guatemala and say Colombia. Costa Rica is smaller in that regard, for sure. And the flamboyant Kaiser, we have an event that popped up here. It says, the new Kaiser of Costa Rica has long enjoyed a more extravagant life than most of his siblings, enjoying fine parties, lavish celebrations, and the life of a socialite. August has long had a reputation for enjoying life's finer things. However, he has also been rumored to harbor more flamboyant taste. His own activities have long strained his marriage, the Princess Alexandra Victoria, through divorce, though divorce or even separation have all been denied by his father, Kaiser Wilhelm himself. Rumors of his wild late-night romps with his close male friends without his own wife in attendance, his habit of experimental drug use, and even his secret penchant for cross-dressing and accused, homophilic tendencies have all bubbled to the surface before, all rumors actively suppressed by the CKG and its board of directors that serve under the new Kaiser and his advisors and ministers. Whatever the truth is, most in the nation have been too busy working for their new German masters to care much for the private life of some royal. What the Kaiser does in his private life is his business, and that's that event there. And of course, we have to remember Kaiserredux set in the world of the 1930s, Construction 2, and well, it's set in the world in the 1930s and the 1940s for the most part. Construction 2 is going to be started. We'll get that research done now. And secure the Panama Canal has how many days left? Say about, I don't know, quite a few. Less than 20. Oh, 25, yeah. So we just got to give it some time. We'll see what happens there. And I need to maybe... Can we get this division deployed any faster? I need more divisions. Really, I do. We need more soldiers for Costa Rica, because that will help us fight our neighbors to the north. We're going to have to fight maybe at least... Oh, Serbia crowns King Alexander II. Okay. And I'm just realizing this country has... There's a Costa Rican Liberia? Learn something new every day. I wasn't realizing that was there. Okay. Anyway, we got to fight eventually, say, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and national strike. This isn't good. This is troubling news, I guess. National strike. Whilst August Wilhelm's first austerity policy has started to improve economic disaster of last year, and new trade agreements with foreign powers have brought us in shipments of food for the malnourished population, to continued pressure from the cash crop companies to produce more and more has brought the Costa Rican people once more to the breaking point. Demanding new and better laws have ultimately culminated in the creation of the so-called collective agreement between the workers and the companies responsible. No response has been granted yet by the spokesman of the companies, but many fear that they will once again send in hit squads to pressure the workers into submission. So the CKG is very much... Oh, there's a failed army coup in Tokyo. The CKG is very much eager to maintain their control over the Costa Rican population. I mean, the nation is essentially ran by them, while the August Wilhelm I essentially acts as the head of state, basically, and they are the advisors. So security of Panama Canal is done. Now let us complete strike in Nicaragua. Oh, have we taken it over yet? I guess we just got it. Whatever. No one said no to that? Okay, we control the Panama Canal then. Move up north. Now, interest outside the extravagant. And it says here, aside from his love of royal life's finer moments, the Kaiser holds a wide variety of interests and talents, from equestrian pursuits to an interest in military history and tactics. However, more interestingly has been the young Kaiser's interest in German nationalist movements, particularly the thoughts of prominent German nationalist figures and generals such as Hermann Göring, Reinhard Heydrich, and Ferdinand Schorner, frequently corresponding with these titans of German nationalist rhetoric. The new Kaiser has struck up a sort of friendship with these grizzled military men. Though if they respond out of genuine interest or loyalty to their Kaiser is unknown. Regardless, they at least humor Kaiser August while he lives in a disconnected fantasy land at the far edge of the New World, as the CKG furthers their hold over Central America. Curious friends were such a curious man. So, now we have established some background on whatever August Wilhelm I is up to in the country. The CKG, he's kind of there. CKG runs everything, essentially, else. That's the dynamic. And we're going to have to complete that focus here. What does it say in the description? It says it will take 56 days to complete. It says, to the north lies Nicaragua, the so-called home of the revolution in Central America. Thus, in order to both expand our growing Reich and put down the revolution before it causes more harm than it already has, we must bring order to Managua for the betterment of all. And I believe that's what the description here says. I believe Finland joined the Reichspakt. Okay. So, yeah, they joined the Reichspakt. That is what they chose to do. And I'm really hoping we have no issues here. Oh no, my buildings... Somebody got sabotaged in the Panama Canal. We don't have cores on this place, which is a little bit of a problem. And let's give limited conscription now for our manpower. We need soldiers. Modify the government. Okay, we already did that, yeah. So, I'm hoping after we'll go after, say, Nicaragua, we'll go after the rest of Central America. And Nicaragua is a radical socialist state. So I do have to keep that in mind when we attack them. And we'll have to rely heavily on support of Germany. And it says here, the Kaiser's favorite son, well, quote, favorite son. A nagging thought has long crept in the dark recesses of Augusta's mind. The thought that his own father, the Kaiser of Germany himself, hated him. The writing was on the wall, for the Kaiser has long been disgusted and embarrassed by Alwi's habits. Alwi is the nickname of August Wilhelm I. And, well, Alwi's habits and predilections, forcing his marriage to Princess Alexandra Victoria to continue well past the point any healthy marriage would have collapsed. Despite him being one of the Kaiser's youngest children, far less experienced than Eitel or Wilhelm III, he was the one chosen to be sent halfway across the planet to lord over some strip of sand and jungle. Was he sent here to reward him for enduring life's hardships, or was he truly just sent here by the Kaiser to rid Berlin of the headaches Alwi's antics caused? This dilemma ate away at the Kaiser, haunting him as he ruled over his new Central American fiefdom. Was this throne a gift or a punishment? Either way, if it was a gift or a punishment, it's not going to matter. We're going to take over all of Central America, at the very least. If that makes up for anything there, I suppose. And the Khanate of Khiva joined a faction. Alright then. That has occurred. And this focus to fight that will make us declare war on Nicaragua will be over very soon, which means we have a war coming around the corner. And what is this about? Signature of the collective agreement between workers. Years have passed since the Great Banana Strike of 1934, but the Costa Rican people have pushed on against the UFC. As the situation in the USA went from bad to catastrophe, the UFC saw that they would not cooperate with the local population. Their time in the nation may be coming to an end. Finally agreeing on many of the labor concerns pressed by syndicalist Manuel Mora, the company was backed into a corner, whilst the government refused to assist them in the matter. Achieving minimum wages that will not be given, and company coupons, 6-hour shifts, recognition of injury law, and many other concessions. This is a great success for the Costa Rican left and has led to the creation of the first actual trade unions, expanding where the Atlantic Workers' Congress had laid the foundations. Seeing the writing on the wall, the CKG has also ratified the new labor accord and has expressed their full desire to work with the workers to create a better and safer work environment. A success for all parties involved, except the stocks. And that is unfortunate for the CKG, because money makes the CKG go around. It is a company, I guess. And so we're done there. Let's now start researching electronic mechanical engineering. Let me call in the Germans to aid us, please. And let's complete the focus. Ensuring German economic dominance. Call in Papa Wilhelm II here. Well, the father of August Wilhelm I. Help us out, please. I mean, we're going to build you an empire, basically, in this part of the world. You better help us. And they are pushing us hard. I need more divisions here, don't I? Yes. Deploy them now. And hold the line. We will need aid. So it says here, ensuring German economic dominance. With the help of the Kaiserreich, the CKG was able to overthrow the weak Costa Rican government, leading to the creation of our glorious Reich. In exchange for this aid, our government has begun passing law after law, enshrining the dominance of German companies over our economy. So that's happening, and they're pushing us pretty hard. That's concerning. Estonia has joined the 4th Internationale, whatever. I think the 4th Internationale in this playthrough is the name of the Russian faction. Yes. Yes, it is. So they have Estonia and the Almighty. Well, they have the Dawn Republic and Estonia. Okay. So we're still holding the line here. Please, Germany, where are you at? I sent for aid. Okay, there they are. The cavalry's going to arrive soon enough, I guess. And let's go from civilian economy to early mobilization. Get that done now. And we're still holding the line, just waiting for German aid, essentially. And I believe some Air Force, I don't know, planes are here. Are they ours or no? Collins holds on. They are. I think we have some Allied planes here, it seems. Yes, we have some stuff from Riga, German East Asia, and a few other places, and Russia's now going to fight one of their neighbors in Central Asia. And the Second American Civil War is starting, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Whatever. That doesn't really concern us, but it does mean we don't have to worry about the Americans intervening in our little expansion across Central America. Okay, let's cut off this division here. Germans have arrived to back us up. Wonderful. And there's an Insulindian National Revolution. Well, that's something, isn't it? With that said, I'm going to end what is part 3 of my Costa Rica German Monarchy path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.